Hello everyone, my name is Maripola Claros and today I am going to talk about the application of the body parts class through the teaching-based intercultural learning method. This lesson was implemented in a fourth grade class at Valle de la Hoyos School. The students are between 9 to 11 years old, and all have the A1 level English according to the CEFR. And during my observation, I identified that students had difficulties with pronunciation, especially when saying vocabulary in English. For this reason, I designed a lesson focusing on improving their pronunciation through listening and speaking activities. So, as a pre-class stage, I decided to apply this well-known song about body parts. Um, the students were exposed to basic vocabulary related to the body parts with that song. And since the classroom has limited access to technology, this stage was adapted. Instead of using digital platforms at home, I introduced the input at the beginning of the class through a song. And I brought a speaker in order to listen in the song louder, and then students listened the song, and which allowed them to become familiar with the vocabulary and pronunciation in a dynamic and engaging way. During the class, I implemented the task-based intercultural learning approach, and also I applied the warm-up activity that I already mentioned. And first, in the pre-task stage, students listening to the song and perform gestures and follow instructions. This helped activity to make that the activity more engaging, and also activate prior knowledge and provide pronunciation in the students. Then, in during task stage, students work with a worksheet where they identify, color, and assemble the body parts. The picture, the picture was about a girl or a boy, depending on the student. So, with that picture, they identified, colored, and assembled body parts. Um, and then I guided them in pronunciation, practice using a repetition and flashcards with phonetic support in the whiteboard. And students also participate in a matching activity where they had to connect images with words and pronounce them correctly. This allowed them to use the language in a meaningful and interactive way. Students also participate in a matching activity where they had to connect images with words and pronounce them correctly. This allowed them to use the language in a meaningful and interactive way. I decided to put in on the whiteboard the right uh, pronunciation in order to facilitate the activity, because as they are in a A1 level, they are still miss pronunciate in a wrong way, because they don't know well what is the right form to do it. So with this strategy, I noticed that the students have more facility when they had to participate. And finally, in the post-task stage, students complete a matching activity on the board as a form of brainstorming and evaluation. And they had to say each word aloud, which helped me assess their pronunciation and vocabulary recognitions, as I said before. So, in the whiteboard, I put some flashcards with the image, and behind the picture it was the name of the body part. So i I put on the whiteboard randomly some with the picture and some with the name, in order that they could guess what is the right answer. And also they could support its answer with the other cards that were already on the whiteboard. So I think it was an interesting activity. And okay, and now talking about the materials, I couldn't be able to use um, technological resources, because in this lesson was limited to the classroom context, because the students don't have such as computers or a videoing or something like that. So I have um to incorporate resources made in by hand, like the worksheets, and also to browse the speaker to put the song. So I incorporated audio input through the song, which served as a key tool for pronunciation modeling. And additionally, I designed the material. Okay, as a result, students improve their ability to recognize and pronounce basic body parts vocabulary, and they showed high levels of participation, especially during interactive activities like the song and the matching game. From this experience, I learned that pronunciation can be effectively developed through repetition, listening, and engaging tasks. I also understood the importance of adapting teaching strategies to the available context and resources, because they are children, so they prefer the interactive activities. It is necessary to design dynamic uh, strategies, resources to make the learning meaningful. And for future lessons, um, I would include more opportunities for individual pronunciation practice to support students who need additional help, because I noticed that some students is struggling with a pronunciation of some words. So it is necessary to have an special teaching process with them. And it's that's it. Thank you so much.